Hello, hello. I am so sorry that I am late signing in. I was traveling and just got to my destination. Who's in the house? Let me see. Oh, hi, Lisa D Show. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up so I know that I'm live and everything is working here. So, I see that Lisa D is here. Fordman, Kenneth Oaks. Hello, Fordman. How are you? I see Oopsie is here. Hey, Oopsie. Hi, Tim from Mobang. Hey, how's it going? Esther Stevens. Oh my goodness, we're all early, aren't we? No, you're not. I'm late. I'm late. But I'm so glad to see each and every one of you. Hello, Fee. How's it going? Hey, Lynn Morris says, I'll be happy to join you in the waiting room. Well, if I could figure out how to get you up here, Lynn, I would. Oopsie, Julie is here. Hello, Julie. Hello, Jocelyn Morrison. Carolyn Rhodes. Hello, hello. I am, excuse me, I am at the RV. Guess where I am right now? I'm in Dr. Tanya's RV. Oh my goodness. Is that amazing or what? Carolyn Rhodes is here. I see Bunix is here. Oh, hey, hello. I see Sharon W is here. Esther says, so happy to see you. I am so happy to see each and every one of you. Would you all like to say hello to Dr. Tanya? There was so much interest in her rig because I didn't have time to tour it when I did the interview with her. So today I'm here. I came out to do a tour of her rig. So after I get through greeting everyone, maybe Dr. Tanya will grace us with her presence here. I think that would be great. Teresa Ann, the Nana Van. Hi, Teresa Ann. Good to see you, the Nana Van. So do you take your grands in your van with you, Teresa? And I see Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. How is everyone? So are you looking for a job as a mechanic? Because Kenneth recently graduated from mechanic school, and he is now a professional, certified, amazing mechanic. How cool is that? And now I see Lisa D is saying, hi, Glow. Hi, Lisa D Delights. She has, again, great cooking show. Go over and check her out. Now, I'm saying I Bunix. Did I say that correctly? I Bunix. I don't have my glasses, and I'm going to have my daughter run over and get my purple glasses out of my van for me so I can see you guys. Jocelyn Morrison is saying, hello, long time no see. Well, welcome, Jocelyn. I'm glad. Where have you been? We were here last week, but I'm so glad to see you. And I see Lynn Morris. Yep, Lynn Morris is here. Carolyn Rhodes is here. Says, hello, Dr. Tanya. She will, I hope, be making a guest appearance momentarily. We'll see if I can convince her to come say hello. Sue Mitchell says, love your hat. Thank you. This is I'm thinking of maybe for the summer doing some fun bright colored hats. In fact, I just found the most, I call it a Kentucky Derby hat, but I'm going to wear it on my show still. I don't care if it is a Kentucky Derby, our opening races hat. I'm still going to wear it. I see, hey, Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma. How are you? Where are your glasses? I know my daughter went to get them because I'm on the road. I'm at Dr. Tanya's RV, so I'm going to do a tour of it today. So, it has been quite the week, let me tell you. From little things like losing one of my favorite earrings out and about to really big things like my daughter. Many of you know that I have a daughter who's on the autism spectrum, and she goes to a special school through the school district. Well, they're insisting on, I know it's going to sound weird that I'm fighting them giving her a high school diploma. I'm fighting them giving it to her now because she's really not ready. And she's performing math at 4th and 5th grade levels in many areas and in other things in reading comprehension, yet they want to push her out the door. So I've been fighting them. It's what I have discovered in talking to other parents is this is not an uncommon problem. It's not an uncommon problem for kids not to have the skills that they need or be anywhere near grade level, and for school districts to just give them a diploma and push them out. So I'm in a battle with them, and I'm talking to an attorney, but oh my, it's quite a task. I was talking to one grandmother who's raising her grandson, and he was getting A's and B's. See, Jessica, my daughter, was getting A's and B's. And then COVID hit, and I had to actually sit down and homeschool her at home. So I really discovered that those A's and B's were actually meaningless. They were worthless when I saw actually what level she was at. And this grandmother was telling me, okay, this grandmother was telling me that her grandson was getting, as I said, A's and B's in physics, yet when she had him tested, he couldn't do 2nd grade level math. So how was he getting A's and B's in physics? They were just passing him along. They figured, oh, he'll never be able to do it, so why bother? Just pass him along and get him graduated. So I don't know if any of you have experienced that, or any of you have special needs children or grandchildren, but even with typical kids, they are often just passing them through, and then that's how you get kids who graduate from high school who can't read. That has happened. But here my daughter brought my glasses for me. Oh, the world. I can see. Anyhow, Lisa D. Delight says, love your hat. Thank you, Lisa D. Sue Mitchell says, love your hat. Thank you, Sue. Louise, I already spoke to. Oh, Plain Vanilla Grandma. Didn't you get monetized? You had made a comment on one of my videos that you are now eligible for monetization. So yay! I wish I knew how to do the thing to do a cheer, because I would do a cheer for you, Carol. Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma. Go over and check her out. She was the very first person who shouted me out. I think I was trying to get from 100 subs to 150, and she shouted me out. So she is dear to my heart, and I won't forget Plain Vanilla Grandma. Louise, I'm hoping I'm saying this right. Louise Moenbo, hi from Denmark. Hello, Louise, all the way from Denmark. I love the way you meet new people and share their stories for living van life. Thank you, Louise. I just love the people that I meet. I mean, so many different stories, from living in a tent in the desert to living in minivans to living in converted vans to Class A's. Dr. Tanya is in a Class A. So this will actually be the first Class A that I have toured. And I thought, since there was so much interest in her talking about being a caregiver and not caring for herself, that I thought maybe I would have her back on and do an interview with her, actually talking about how she made the transition to caring for everyone in her life to starting to care for her. So I think if that's something you'd be interested in hearing about, can you give it a thumbs up so I'll know, and maybe do an interview with that. But I thought so many people, particularly women, and there are men caregivers too. Alexander is someone who comes onto my videos on my comments, and he's caregiving. He's a caregiver, but you get into that role and you tend to forget about yourselves. And sometimes caregivers are the ones who end up needing care because they're so burned out. So here's my brother Donald. Hey, Donald. He missed last week, so I called and gave him the Dickens. Not really, but hi, Donald. Good to see you here. Uh, Fee is here. Great to see you. We're going to be doing some camping together down the road, me, Fee, and Oopsie. So that's going to be some fun. I'm looking forward to that again. We had such a good time. Don says, hip, hip, hooray. Yes. Plain Vanilla Grandma says, I don't know. YouTube hasn't contacted me, so I don't know if I'm monetized or not. I don't know if I have to apply or what. I mean the sub watch hours. I was your sub. Plain Vanilla Grandma was my 69th sub. I've got to go. So she's been here from the very beginning. Isn't that something? I've got to go in and see who my first sub was. Probably my brother or my family member, but I need to go see. But Carol, I sent you back a comment, and I told you that I sent you. I hope you got it. But there is a YouTube video that I think can explain it a lot better than I can. But you have to go into YouTube Studio. It explains, and then you go into, I forget, but it's monetization, and you hit the button, and then it'll ask you for different information, and you will request to be monetized. Oh, thank you. Dr. Tanya brought a light over here. That's very helpful. Thank you. But you ask to be monetized, and then what they will do is they will send you in the mail, they will send you a pin, and you go in with that pin, and if you need help, I will gladly go through it. That's what my problem was. They said that I didn't submit. You have to go in with a pin, and it allows you to go in and put in your banking your banking information, and with the banking information, it then they know where to send it. My problem was they kept saying you need to submit your pin, and I kept saying I don't have it. So if something goes wrong with you not getting it, that could be a big problem. So I would suggest once you go through and you request and monetization, it's about a 2 to 3 week process, they say typically. But typically you should get a letter from them. But you know what, Carol? Gmail me at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail, and we can chat more. I'll be happy to chat with you about it. Fordman, aka Oak, says, I'm still looking for a job in the auto mechanic field, but no one is hiring right now in my area. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kenneth. I don't know, do they have Pep Boys and that kind of thing there? But hopefully you will be getting on soon, Kenneth. I sure hope so. Sharon W is saying, okay, and Carolyn Rhodes and Julie, you're all saying that you'd love to see. Oh, thank you very much. You would love to see a video of Dr. Tanya addressing how to make the transition from being a caregiver to being a caregiver for yourself. So actually, you know what? I have an idea. I didn't run this by Dr. Tanya, but anyone who has a question on, now let me give a disclaimer. Dr. Tanya has not seen any of you personally. She's not your psychologist. So this is just general suggestions and talk. It's not actual psychological evaluation or advice. But if you have a question from Dr. Tanya, particularly about, since in her video, she talked about gaining peace and how to start taking care of yourself. If you have a question, since she's here, I'm going to ask her if she'll come over and answer that question. So if any of you have questions from Dr. Tanya right now, if you put them up there, I'm going to see. This is what do they call this? A surprise attack or something on her. But if you have it, and I'll ask if she will, and I think I can convince her to answer the question. Don Miller said, "Oh, Plain Vanilla Grandma says you're excited to see Dr. Tanya's home." Yes, I'm going to hopefully have that air this Tuesday. The tour of Dr. Tanya's home. It's a very lovely, gracious home. So looks like an apartment to me. But anyhow, I'll be doing, but it's a traveling apartment. Like she said, she doesn't like her neighbor. She just gets up and moves. But Dawn says most caregivers seem to care for everyone except themselves. I think they get so tired that they just don't have time or the energy to take care of themselves. I think that's true, Donald. I think that really is true. You're so caught up in the needs of the person that you're looking out for that by the end of the day, all you can do is sometimes just fall into bed and then get up the next day and do it again. But some people are perpetual caregivers. Everyone they come in contact with, they're trying to help. And I found that sometimes I've fallen into that and I have to kind of back out because, some people are rescuers. And, sometimes the rescuers end up needing to be rescued themselves. Esther Stevens says, I agree with you, Dawn. Plain Vanilla Grandma says, thank you, Carol. I didn't see your comment, but I will look for it. I appreciate your help so much. Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma, anything I can do to help you, I will gladly do. But yeah, I did answer your comment. And I hope it went through because I've discovered a way to go onto comments on YouTube Studio and answer the comments there. It's a lot easier. But I've noticed that some of the answers aren't showing up. So I don't know. So, but I did answer it, and I did tell you about, and I gave you the name of the video. It was from vidIQ, and I think it was vidIQ, how to request monetization or something. But he goes through step by step by step, and I think he does it much better than I could do it because I don't even understand it myself. Actually, someone from YouTube, after I had that debacle, actually called me. We did some back and forth emailing, and someone from YouTube actually telephoned me and actually walked me through it step by step by step. But I think the vidIQ video is an excellent one, and it will show you what you need to do. But if you can't get it from there, let me know, and I will reach out to some other YouTubers who are monetized, and we'll get you signed up, Carol, one way or the other. Hello, am I back on? That was me, of course. I wasn't plugged in and I didn't check. I was in such a hurry to get here, and I was zooming into the to her area just as I almost 3 o'clock. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. You never know what's going to happen on a Glow Live. You just never do. Hey, Arcuda 2001, Nora. I did see, I went back and actually I had not answered, I take it back. I had opened your email, Nora. I hadn't gotten back with you yet, but I had opened it. So that was my fault. And I was so overwhelmed that I planned to get back with you and didn't. But I saw where you were giving me some information there, and I will check that out, Nora. Thank you so much. RVing with G says vidIQ. Yes, it is vidIQ. I've missed some comments, so if I missed you and didn't acknowledge you, please go back and enter them, and I will acknowledge you. Hey, Judy's there. It says, hey, Don, if you're tired of being home, come travel with Carol and me. Funny you should say that, Judy. My brother was saying that he and his lovely wife are thinking of coming out to visit. So he may be on a live soon. Lynn Morris says, please help us, doctor, to fear less and live more. Well, you know what? I am going to have since you've said that, Lynn, I'm going to have Dr. Tanya sit over here. Let me see. Can you see? Just so all of you can know, I have been fully vaccinated because on the same,
me too,
and so has she, on the very same video where some part of it I'll be outside and won't wearing a mask, and part of the video I'll be inside wearing a mask. I've had people comment saying, "Would you please put a mask on? What's the matter with you?" Then on this same video, I'll have people commenting saying, "Why are you wearing a mask? Are you paranoid? What's the problem? We can't hear you." So there is no winning. So I'm going to do what I want to do and what I think is the right thing to do. So please, anyone on here, any trolls, but I don't think I have any trolls on here, don't comment on the mask because I'm just going to erase the comment. So, but anyhow, Plain Vanilla says, I wondered what happened. Yeah, that was me. Sorry, folks. Arcuda 2001 says, there she is. Yes, I'm back. Don Miller says, hi, Oopsie and Plain Vanilla Grandma. Good to see you again. Yes. So, all right. Don says, we have just been talking about something along those lines, Judith. Yes. So he's been talking. Arcuda 2001 says, hi, Dr. Tanya. I started following you on Instagram. I'm Nora K there. Nora Cag there. So Nora Cag is following you on Instagram.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody.
So what would you have to say to people about living with less fear and living a better life without fear?
Well, I'm actually do a video on it, but for all of you Glowbies, let me just say, fear less, live more. That's my mantra.
But how do you do that?
Well, you make friends with your fear. That sounds kind of ironic, right? You make friends with your fear. Fear is the greatest gift you could ever have, Carol, because fear is full of information.
Okay, so I have a fear of flying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I tried taking flying lessons,
mm-hmm.
and I only did one because my knees were shaking so bad. But I did get back on the ground, thank
mm-hmm.
God. But I mean, it used to be when I would go to get on a plane, when I'd go to walk onto the plane, I would start to get stressed out. Mm-hmm. Now I get stressed out the day before. Okay. I mean, I get on the plane and I'm like one of those knuckle biters. I'm holding onto the side. And if there's
but you get on the plane though, right?
Well, yeah, because I want to get from point A to point B sometimes, mm-hmm. and I have to get there, especially if I was going out of the country. But I'm a nervous wreck.
Mm-hmm. Let me just say for a minute, there's a difference in fear, just fear,
mm-hmm.
and being afraid. Being afraid of something is normal. We all are afraid of something, and we interchange that word afraid and fear. Fear is a more intense than being afraid. Fear is like on a spectrum. You have some fear, and then you have phobic fear,
So are you saying that fear is what will prevent you from doing that, but being afraid, you can still maybe do the thing you're afraid of?
Absolutely. Fear, I want folks to look at fear as on a spectrum. Just like most things in life is on a spectrum. Nothing is absolute. So if you are afraid, that's not as intense as being fearful, okay? Fear goes to the level of phobia, like you're flying. You can have a phobia for flying. Now, you try to overcome that phobia, that fear, mm-hmm. by allowing yourself to do it. You have some folks that will not allow themselves to do anything that they are really that fearful of. I have a client that I've worked with for a few years. Mm-hmm. And this particular young lady has fear of open spaces and social events and large open areas.
Kind of like agoraphobia, or?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And when I got with her, she had not went past her door of her apartment for 19 years.
Wow.
She had a
Wow.
car that she paid someone to go and start her car in the parking garage right up under her house. And I've worked with her. Now she goes out to the market. She goes out to the restaurant. She still have a radius of how far she's able to go,
Mm-hmm.
but she's going. So when I say make friends with your fear, sit with that fear. Understand what is it that's going on, that the reason that you don't want to fly. So okay, I'm afraid that I'm gonna die.
I think it's
Mm-hmm.
I think for me it's not having control.
Okay.
Where I don't consider myself a control freak. Do you, Donald? But my daughter says I am. But I do feel more comfortable. I don't like riding in a car with someone else driving. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer to be driving.
But
So,
you do it.
but I do it, but
Okay.
reluctantly.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying. Things are on a spectrum. Nothing is absolute. I don't like riding with other people driving either. I just don't like it. I try to avoid it at all costs, but I will do it.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
common sense tells me if there's going to be an accident, it doesn't matter if I'm driving or somebody else is driving. But my fear tells me, well, you're in control, so you'll
Okay.
have a better chance, because you're doing it. But that's absolutely faulty thinking. That's just
Okay.
absolutely faulty
Yeah.
thinking. So your fear helps you sort out what's real and what's really kind of faulty thinking,
Okay.
And when you make friends with your fear, you get to ask those questions. What is it I'm afraid of?
So
And then you start to remove those obstacles that's causing the fear.
I think, someone was saying on here, fear less, live more.
Mhm.
And from what you're saying, I can see, because I know people who won't fly at all,
Mhm.
but I can see where if you have a lot of fear, it would diminish and shrink your world.
Exactly.
So that's, I think, this saying, what you're saying, fear less, live more, is kind of, as you're knocking off the fear, you're expanding your boundaries and your borders where you can go and what you can do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whoever is on there, that means they must have seen my saying on something I've written or on my website or on something, because that's how I sign off on everything. It's fear less, live more.
And Esther Stevens says, feel the fear and do it anyway.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Don Miller says, you ride this. Well, we're going to be doing, if you are interested in some specific topics, if you would either put them on now here or Gmail me or email me rather at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail, or just go back after this is over and add comments, topics that you'd like to hear. I think I'm going to see if I can prevail upon Dr. Tanya to discuss some of those topics. Meanwhile, back to the comments. Thank you so much, Dr. Tanya.
You
I appreciate
are welcome.
it. I kind of lassoed her over here. A surprise lasso, but
a big surprise. I'm like, oh, I'm not camera ready.
But Esther says, Don, you are so bad. Yep. You scuba dive with the sharks, huh? You go skydiving and jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Well, that's what my brother was, what do you call him? Paratrooper? Paratrooper. He was a paratrooper. But I think Donald, I think they actually called you guys wind dummies. What can I say? I think that's what I've heard them. But anyhow, Don Miller says, yes, I am, but I'm having fun being bad, Esther. Oh, my goodness. Don Miller says, I have a Class A CDL and you don't even like it when I drive. So you tell me. No, I don't like it when you drive. Because I'll tell you what, my brother is a truck driver. Truck drivers think that they're the best drivers in the world. And that scares me. Because, and I had another brother who's since passed on, an older brother, and he was a truck driver. So he used to say, well, I've driven for this many years and I've driven, I know how to, I was like, okay, I don't know. That didn't make me comfortable, made me less comfortable. But anyhow, Arcuda 2001 Nora says, I think that fear gives us the illusion of being safe. That's interesting. Yes, I think fear, we think if we observe it, sometimes it makes us safe. And you're right. I think sometimes that is an illusion, Nora. Don Miller says, I embrace your fears and look them in the eye. Nora, I don't know what's happening. I'm plugged in, so I didn't do anything. It's the internet here. We're kind of, in a place where there might be some questionable internet. But Don Miller says, I love the fear. Okay. 11:59 says, I'm late, and this is wonderful, Carol and Dr. Tanya. Hi, 11:59. Welcome. You're not late. No one's ever late here. I was the one who was late today. Rock and Roll Fawn says, I loved your interview with her this week. I've been seriously thinking of calling her. Well, go ahead and do that. Don't call me because I don't have any good advice. but you know what? Hey, we're here to talk and just enjoy. How has everyone's week been? I told you a little bit at the beginning about my crazy week and what I was dealing with. Anyone have anything that you want to share about your week? What's going on? What's happening? Don says, I beg your pardon. I was not a paratrooper. I was a special forces A-team sergeant. Okay, but never just a wind dummy. Okay. Hey, as a sister, I get to say things that other people can't say. I am going to try. I know I've had some people who wanted to come on into the waiting room, and I'm going to try again. So if I plug you out, unplug you, let's see. Copy to clipboard, copied. And then come over here, and I know I'm supposed to do something over here. Paste. You know what? I have got an invitation up there. So if I have some Glowbies who are regular Glowbies who would like to come on into the basement and say hello, I would love to say hello to you. I don't know how I did this, but I have a link here under Glorious Life on Wheels. I have my link. So if someone would like to come on and say hello, I'd love to say hello to you. I know someone earlier, I can't go back and see who it was, but said they'd love to come into the waiting room. And I said, if I can get you, I would. I know, Kenneth, hey, Donald, why don't you come into the waiting room? You're always talking big on here, so why don't you come on and say hello, Donald? Hello, Donald, coming on. Okay, we'll see. Oopsie, I had a great week with Fee. We had so much fun. Oopsie, come on and tell us about you and Fee's week. And Fee, if you're there, come on. So, Oopsie, I am so jealous. You guys spent the week together. Oopsie, who I interviewed a few weeks back, and that beautiful, beautiful enclosure, that wooden enclosure made from limbs on her and branches on her property, had a huge windstorm. Arizona was just crazy wind, and it completely blew the that enclosure down, and it did a lot of damage. So oopsie, you've got what am I trying to say? Internet. So hit the link and I'll take you over to the basement if you want. I'd love to talk to you. And if Fee's there with you, have Fee come on too. But we'll see. Arcuda 2001 says, mine has been very exciting. I entered a few of my paintings into an art competition for the first time ever. Wow. What thank you, Dr. Tanya. What paintings did you enter, Nora? And maybe do you have any paintings that you like to show us? Come down into the basement and I'll hit you up and you can show us some of your painting. You said also we'll be getting feature written about me in the artist group website. How cool is that? Very cool, Nora. I'm very excited for you. Don says, if I had known you were going to figure out how to do that, I would have plugged my webcam up. You don't have to plug your webcam up. All you have to do is hit the link that I put, and when you hit that link, it'll put you over into the basement, and then I can hit you up from here. Oopsie says, I have had a great week with feet. It wasn't that enclosure. Oh, it wasn't that enclosure. It was another one. Okay. You sent me some pictures, and I thought that was the one that we were sitting in front of. But Carol Springstead says, hi, Carol. Wish I could stay, but there's no rest for the wicked. Oh, I don't think you're wicked, Carol, but thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate your being here. Arcuda 2001 is giving thumbs up. So, Oopsie says my video doesn't work. No basement for me. Oh, okay. You mean I finally figured out how to get this silly, well, not silly, I'm the one who's silly, this link up, and no one's coming up. How do you like that? Probably next week I won't be able to do it. Oopsie says, 1159 says, I'd love to see Don and his wife too, of course. All right, Donald, the jury has spoken. They want to see evidence of your presence. So we'll see if Donald, you're a paratrooper. We'll see if you're able to overcome your fear of being on live. Anyhow, that's the challenge I'm throwing out. Oopsie says, nope, the boys came and fixed the one that collapsed. Oh, cool. Speaking of the boys, Oopsie calls them the boys. I call them the boys. They're young men, actually, that are, I think, maybe 17 or 18 to early 20s. They are really talented, and they have built the most amazing log house, but it's not local, but they also are building a log house for their parents, and one of them lives in a teepee. Do you believe that? He lives in a teepee. So I really want to, I really would like to interview him and do a tour of his teepee. It has a wood-burning stove. It's not quite finished, so he doesn't want me to do it until it's finished, but I plan to do a tour of a teepee. It's just amazing the different alternative living quarters that people live in, from mobiles to a teepee to a home-built log cabin. It's just amazing. Hello, Luciane Silva. Hello from Brazil. I'd love to, but I don't have webcam. I don't think you have to have webcam. I don't really know, Luciane. I think you just hit the thing. I'm not sure. Angela Jenkins says, hi, Ladybug. Is Ladybug on here? Did I miss you, Dee? Are you on here, Dee? If you are, I'd love to see you. So Dee, oh my goodness, I love Ladybug. Hi, Ladybug. Are you talking about Ladybug Out or Ladybug? But anyhow, if Ladybug Out's on here, Dee, that's another tour that I did of a Ford Connect that is they're two Ford Connect tours. They're very, very different floor plans, but they're both just beautiful, stunning work, and not at a very high cost either. Oopsie says, you should see what they have done to the ambulance. These men are so talented. Well, I am going to be making a trip back up there, Oopsie, because I do want to see what they've done to the ambulance. And they were so talented. They built her bed in the ambulance, and they built it so it fits in the ambulance. And then they did it so you easily remove a leg or so that you can take it out of the ambulance and put it into the shed. So it can be in both spots. I'm just so excited to see it. Angela Jenkins says, no, you are my Ladybug. Oh, okay. Okay, Angela. Well, thank you. I'll gladly be your Ladybug. Hey, Dee, how's it going? There's Ladybug Out. We were just talking about you. Hello. If you'd be interested in coming on and telling us what you're doing. I know you were going to out west to a retreat. I'm not going to say where you are in case that's not something you're sharing right now. But we had talked about doing a collab together, and hopefully we'll be able to do this. If not this trip on the West Coast, I am at some point going to be going out to the East Coast, and I will travel by and hit up D on the way out there. Her son has been so gracious to offer to tutor me on how to do some editing and some other things. I just haven't hit him up. I've got about 3 tutors now, so each person's going to teach me something a little different. So hopefully that'll be happening soon. Ford, aka Kenneth Oaks, says, I would come up, but I'm helping moderate on another chat right now. That's okay, Ford man, aka Kenneth. I am just glad that you were able to stop in. 1159 says, fulfilled lives do not require consumerism, debt, and 2,000 square foot sticks and bricks. Many are coming to that realization. That is true. Very, very true, 1159. It's amazing how little you can be happy with. That is very true. Don Miller says, hey, Ladybug Out, good to see you again. Yes. So, hey, Ladybug Out, if you're interested in coming on, come up. If not, I will catch you another time. Ruby Wallace says, hi, Carol, I love following you. Welcome, Ruby, and thank you for that. I really appreciate it so much. Don Miller says, can't find my webcam, Carol. I will have to set it up next Saturday. Well, I have to be honest with you, Donald. Next Saturday, I may not be able to figure out what I did because I honestly don't know what I did to get the stream on. So it's going to be a roll of the dice as to whether I could do it next week or not, but we'll see. Don says, welcome, Ruby. Glad to have you. Welcome. Thank you, Donald. When I can figure it out, I'm going to send you a wrench so you can be a moderator, Donald. So I have someone who emailed me this week and told me they're going to help me figure out how to slow down the comments. So I'll be doing that, hopefully. Love Grooves. Love Grooves Japan. Hello. I have been meaning to contact you. This is the person who did my fabulous logo. And I want to add a little color to it, Love Grooves Japan, but we will talk. I have been meaning to get back with you, and I will. He says, hi, Miss Carol, loved your interview with Dr. Tanya, and I'm glad that I finally catch you live again. I am so glad too, Love Grooves. I have a list of like 100 things to do, and you're close to the top, but I haven't gotten to you. But I have got to get with you, Love Grooves Japan, because I want to start doing some stickers. And I am just so delighted with his logo. And I showed it to some of you a few weeks back, and all of you loved it too. Thank you so much, Love Grooves Japan, for being on. And we want to do some collabs too. I tell you, and Deborah Dickinson, we were supposed to be doing some collabs, but doing all of this one person, I feel like I'm just like one of those, like what was that movie, The Incredibles, where their arms stretched out and they're all going in different directions? That's how I feel I am. Ranger Annie says, hello from Sacramento, California. Hi, Ranger Annie. I will probably be heading up through Sacramento sometime in the next month or so, because I'm hoping to go to Lake Tahoe. I really want to go to Lake Tahoe, and also am wanting to go up to Zion Park and Bryce Park. So I will be coming through Sacramento soon. Don Miller says, that was really a good looking logo, Love Grooves Japan. It was, wasn't it, Donald? It was beautiful. And yes, I'm going to make it a point to connect with Love Grooves Japan. Now, Love Grooves Japan, how far, what's the time difference in Japan from here? I don't know. I have no clue. So can you tell me what time is it there right now, Love Grooves Japan? Because it's 3:50 here, or 3:52. Love Grooves Japan says, I know how busy you are, Miss Carol, so no worries, no rush. Thank you so much, Don Miller. Well, you mean now? Yeah, Dee, now. Come on up now if you want. Come on. I have a link up there. Can you go back? I'm going to go over. Let's see if lightning will strike twice. I don't know if it will or not. But come on and let us know what you're doing and what you're up to. Let me see if I can get this again. Hold on. Let's see. Copy to clipboard. Let's see if I can do this link again. I don't know if I can or not. Hold on. Nope, that didn't do it. Let's see. I think I got it. I think I got it. I'm like the little red train. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. There's a link, Dee. If you can hit that, if you want to come up, I'm sure everyone would love to. Oh, it's 7:52 a.m. Sunday here. So it's three. That's three. So you're about 14 hours ahead of us. Can you write that down, Jessica? 14 hours, because I'll never remember that afterwards. Don Miller says, lightning strikes twice. I think if I do this about 50 more times, I will have it down. So maybe I should do it 50 more times on this channel, on this show, so I can have it. So it takes me several times to do something and to do it repeatedly over and over consistently to really get it. I don't know. That's just me. Peaches H, hello. Yes, hi, Carol. Japan is 14 hours ahead. It's tomorrow. Yes, yep. Oh, I've got a, my phone just thing. I joined TikTok, but I don't know how to put anything on it. My daughter's cracking up because she says TikTok is not for old people like you.
I said teenagers.
She said it's for teenagers. Well, I beg your pardon, but I think I can be on TikTok. I know that guy with the ocean spray cranberry sauce or juice. He wasn't a teenager, so I think I can go on to TikTok. But my daughter is cracking up at the idea of me being on TikTok. Love Groups Japan says, to make it easy, just add 4 hours your time and flip the AM PM. I hate to tell you this, Love Groups Japan, but that's not easier for me. It's easier for me to just think 14 hours ahead. Because 4 hours, then flip. No, okay. I will look at that though, Love Groups Japan. Thank you. And for a typical person, that might very well work, but I don't think it'll work for me. Freddie Schaefer says, hi, Glow. Well, hello, Freddie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Don Miller says, maybe 100 more. Now, that was really unnecessary, Don. I said 50, which I thought was stretching it a bit. Now, you're saying 100 more times, LOL. Okay. All right. I got something for you, Donald. I got something for you, but I'll save it for another time. Don Miller says, are old people like me either? Okay, now I'll agree with that. But if you're old, I'm older than you, so I maybe I won't agree with that. Peaches H says, love Grooves Japan. That's great. So simple. It is simple, Peaches, for most people. I don't know about me. That's too many. That's a few steps maybe beyond me. Hey, Jerry Yancey, welcome. And Fred Schaefer. Oh, Fred Schaefer says, hey, Glow. Fred, thanks for being in the house. Thanks for being here. Donald's catching people that I'm missing. Thanks, Donald. Jerry Yancey, thumbs up. Hey, Jerry. Jan Whittle says, do I need a cute name? No, you don't need a cute name. I think your name is quite cute enough, Jan Whittle. You that's funny. Mother Henrietta. Hello, Sunday. That's my friend Sunday. We're supposed to be getting together for lunch this week. I'm going to give you a call. In fact, I called you the other day, Sunday, but your voicemail came on. So let's do lunch this week sometime. There are people of all ages on TikTok, Jessica. That's what Sunday's telling you.
Okay, whatever.
She says, okay, whatever. Yeah. Typical teen. But yes. Oh, my friend Sunday has the funniest character that she is developing called Henrietta. She is so funny. It reminds me of the Bonnet Chronicles, which crack me up. But yes, I hope you get that together Sunday soon. She's getting it together, but I hope soon. Love Grooves Japan says thank you to Peaches S. Yes, thank you, Peaches S. Donald saying welcome to Gary Yancey. Fred Schaefer saying hi to Don. Don says, glad to have you in the house, Gary. I'm sorry. It's Jerry, Donald. Jerry. not Gary. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Gary Schaefer, Jerry Yancey. I'm the one who's confused. Oh, boy. What a day. Jerry says, I was a caregiver for about 10 years till my mom passed away. Wow, Jerry. That was, I'm sure it was quite an undertaking, but what a privilege to be able to provide and take care of your mom, the person that brought you into this world. You must be really an amazing person, and kudos to you, Jerry. Kudos to you. Dawn says, Mother Henrietta, I just don't know if I'm ready for TikTok. Well, get ready, Dawn, because as soon as I can figure it out, I'm going over there. But you may not have to be ready in a hurry, because that could take months for me to figure that out. But Fordman, aka Oak, says, I think my comment disappeared. Well, add it again, Kenneth. I'll be happy to read your comment. But you know what? I'm feeling kind of gifty today. You know, let's see. What gift could I give? How about a $40 Walmart MoneyGram, which you can, how it works is, I was going to say a gift card, but people may not want to. So if this is, I'm sorry, but this is going to be only for the US, because it's kind of a challenge me trying to get things to Canada. I still owe someone a gift in Canada, which I think what I'm just going to do is I'm going to just mail him something. But I was at Walmart and they said they do international. So I'm going to have to get with him. And I hate being so far behind on a gift, but I think I'm going to do a gift. Let me see. Well, how should I do this? First, let me go through these comments. Fordman, oh, I already read that. RH says, hi from California. Hello, RH. Welcome to the Glow Show. Donald says, hi to Fordman. Haven't seen you in a while. I know I haven't seen, well, I've seen Kenneth on other lives, but I haven't seen him on here for a little while. Ann Holland says, hello, how are you all doing? Well, I am having a great day, challenging weekend, but got through it and looking on to getting on to next week. Don Miller says, I'm staying out of this MoneyGram stuff this week. Thank you, Donald. Thank you. We won't even go there. So I think what I'm going to ask, on my video with Dr. Tanya, I said the name of her RV, what kind of RV, Class A it was. So the first person who can say the name of the RV, the brand of RV Dr. Tanya is in, I will send you, now how it works is I will send it to Walmart in whatever state you're in, but then you have to go to Walmart to pick it up. So if you don't want to go to Walmart, then don't enter, because that's how it works. So, but if you're willing to go, Lady Bugout says, I think I'm here. No, I don't see you in the, hold on, let me see. I don't see you in the, nope, I don't see you in the basement, D. Did you hit the link? Because the link should have put you up into the basement. You're not showing up in my basement here. So hit that link again. I did the invite, but no one's in the basement yet. But Eileen Byer says, hello, Eileen, how are you? Ann Holland says, good, glad you had a good week. Freddie Schaefer says, Freddie, not a man. Okay, Schaefer is an old lady living in Texas. Waiting, I'm planning to be in Texas. I've got my reservations for Lollapalooza on the 21st to the 24th of October. So I will be hopefully in Abilene, Texas, waiting for lumber prices to go down to finish my build out on my van box truck. You know, Freddie, these lumber prices have gone berserk. I think they've tripled or quadrupled. And I don't know all the details. I'm hearing different reasons from transportation. They can't get the lumber. to the different places. I really don't know what the story is. I just know lumber prices have just gone through the roof, and a lot of people are in your same situation. You know what? I did want to share something. I got a email this past week from a group in Great Britain. I think it's Renegade Films or something. I'm going to try and look on here while I'm talking to you. But on my phone, but they are going to be coming over and doing, I'm looking to try and find them, doing, a, um, a documentary, and they want to do a documentary. Oh, looks like Sharon W has dolphin. That's it. She has the dolphin. You got it, Sharon. So Sharon, let me make sure. Is that our Donald? Can you go back and make sure? I'm pretty sure Sharon is. Now 1159 says 11 limited edition and 2005. I believe you're right. 1159. It is a limited edition 2005. But you needed the name. The name escaped you. And the name is Dolphin. So Sharon W, hit me up on Gmail, Glorious Life on Wheels at gmail.com with your mailing address. Or just, you know what? You don't even need to do me a mailing address, since I don't need that. Just send your state and your full name that is on your ID, and I will send it via Walmart. And when I get that, when I go down and do it, I'll probably do it on Monday. So when I do it on Monday, what I will get is a Lady Bug Out says yes. Well, I don't see you here, Lady Bug Out. You're not in my basement. I don't know what's happening. But if you do that, Sharon, here's D over here. Okay. If you do that, I will, I see you, D. I'm going to bring you up in a minute. You're there. There's a code that I have to give you. So when I do it, I'll get the code. I'll send the code to you, and Sharon W, and you can go in with that code and your ID, and they will give you the money. Eileen Byer says, I'm great. Got my site for Lollapalooza. Hey, Eileen, how exciting. You've got Lollapalooza. Did you, Doctor?
I'm sorry. The lady that did the 2005 limited edition, that is super important because they only made 100 of those in this year.
That is true. That is really true.
I will give her a free copy of my book if she sends you your address.
Okay. Well, who was that sent over the name of limited edition in 2005? Dr. Tanya says, if you will send me your mailing address, and I'm past it now, I'm sorry, but send me your mailing address. Dr. Tanya says, to the person who sent over the name, the year, and the edition, because there were only 100 special editions, she will send you a copy of her book. So would you please come back on and tell me who you are, and then hit me up on gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com and with your mailing address, and I will relay it to Dr. Tanya, and she will send you a copy of her book. Wow. Thank you, Dr. Tanya. Camping Therapy says, hi, Glorious Life on Wheels. Hello, Doreen. How's everything going over there? Matilda McIntyre says, hi, Carol. I'm so excited to catch you live. I've been traveling. I'm currently in Tennessee. I know I had gotten a note from you that you were going to be camping at a campground, and I got to go back in and look and see those dates, and maybe we can join you. We'll see, Matilda, because it's not too far from where I may be at that time that you sent me. But if you send me that again, Matilda, I'll get back with you and let you know if that'll work out. Ann Holland says, I heard on the news that lumber went up 300%. Yikes. Yes. That's the problem Oopsie's been having, buying the lumber to finish putting the walls up in the shed, that the lumber just has become so exorbitant. I don't know what's happened. What happened? I don't know. Does anyone know what happened and why? But anyhow, let me go. Dee is here in the basement. And I'm going to bring Dee up. Hey, Dee! Hey, good to see you. How's it going?
Good, good.
This is Dee from Lady Bug Out. Oh, she has gone from 0 to a million in just a couple months. You have like, last time I checked, you had like 11,000 subscribers, or what are you up to, 12 now or more?
Yeah, 11. I think it's 11. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Thanks to you, girl.
Oh, hey, but you had the goods. You delivered the goods, and people are loving you. Oh my goodness.
I'm very grateful.
Well, I am just tickled pink. I'm like, you're like my little daughter. My little daughter who is doing so well. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're doing so well. I may miss a few comments right now, so add them back. I'm not deliberately ignoring you, but I haven't seen Dee in a while, so I'm just so happy to say hello. We're going to be doing something. I don't know what, but we'll do something. I wish you could come out to Lollapalooza.
I know. So when is that? I keep missing that. I kept looking for it and I can't find it.
It's October 21st to the 24th, I think, although I'm going to go a few days earlier. I think only tent sites might be available right now, but you can park your van in a tent site,
Yeah, they do. They let me do that. Yeah, I've done that in several places. Yeah.
Yeah, and record and do some, I think Nomadic Fanatic's going to be there. A lot of people, I mean, to say that all the sites have been sold, it sounds like it's going to be pretty packed.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
But yes, if you can make it, it's in October. So if you can make it, would love to see you there. So what are you doing? So what have you been doing and what's new on your channel?
Wow. Well, I mean, I just had a video go out today. I missed what you were saying. So I came on late. I hopped on late because I had my family here, actually.
Oh, cool. Is your little grandbaby there? Can we see her?
No, she just left. She just left. So that's what, that was kind of delaying me coming on.
Okay.
But yeah, they were here and spent the day.
How cool is that? She's adorable.
She is. She's crawling now, so that's new.
Oh my goodness. So what's your video on for today?
It's just some tiny fixes that I had to do in the, I changed a curtain out and whatever. And and I announced that I am going to start a Patreon page. So like you and I were, so I talk about you, you're up at the end there. I kind of talk about our little conversation that we had about should we do something like that? And for me, it's a way, I think, and as you know, it gets a little unmanageable with comments and stuff as it goes on. And I want a place where it kind of narrows it down to kind of like people who just really want to be there. And I'm going to do like what you suggested, where keep it at $3, the main $3, like what Chrome does on his as well. Just the basic price to get over there and get in. And
now, why did you decide to do Patreon versus memberships?
I really didn't look into memberships, I gotta say, but I am familiar with Patreon, I guess, because I am a Patreon for others, and so it was really easy to set up. I'm just waiting for some graphics from my son-in-law. Just, I mean, little things. I mean, you don't have to do them, but he's the one who made my logo. So I want to showcase them because they'll be what my little stickers will probably look like.
Okay.
So, yeah, just stuff like that, and that'll be something that
I'll be
merchandise.
I'll give you. Yeah, I'm going to give you a call because you're going to have to teach me how to do it.
It's really easy. So I don't know if YouTube's is as easy, but and maybe it was just easy because I was familiar with it already. But yeah.
Well, maybe I'll just do the Patreon, but I want to. What are you going to be doing for your Patreons?
It'll be just some of there are some things that when people suggest or comment on that I don't necessarily feel comfortable sharing on YouTube or just to everyone. So it'll be that like more bonus content of, and maybe more of a behind the scenes look and more of a, where I will do maybe live streams from there or something. I don't know. I'm still a chicken to do live streams. please. I don't know how you guys do it.
You would be so good. You're so bubbly and so,
It just looks so scary to me when I see you guys. I'm like, how do they keep up with all the comments and everything?
It's not scary. It's not scary. Trust me, if I can do a live, you can do a live. You saw, well, you probably didn't see it. I blacked out because I forgot. First of all, I was late because I was trying to get everything set up. Then I blacked out because I forgot to check my battery. I mean, so there's a big blackout for about 2 or 3 minutes. I mean,
oh my gosh. Yeah, well, see those things. But yeah, so I do. I want to do that, and I think for me, a smaller group that's manageable like that. I mean, I may figure it out and go ahead and do it on YouTube as well. But
okay.
For me, it seemed like a way also that I could create a little bit of a community that way, and I don't know.
So now, what are some of your travel plans?
I'm going to be going out west very soon. To Sedona area. So yeah, if when I get around, I'll see if we maybe meet somewhere.
Maybe we'll meet up. Yeah, that would be very cool. Very cool. Let me answer a couple of comments here. Yeah. Camping Therapy is asking, what is Lollapalooza? Lollapalooza is a meetup, and it's put on by Lola from Lost on Land Again. So if you go over and look on her YouTube channel, she has a video that she talked about it. But basically, it's a whole lot of nomads and YouTubers and some of everyone getting together. We had so much fun. They had a cook-off, a cooking challenge. They had where they gave you different ingredients, everyone the same ingredients, and you had to all make some. And then there were judges. Then they had, it was just a lot of fun. Then they had a around the camp bicycle thing where everyone had lights on their bikes and it was like a parade. I mean, it's just a lot of fun people. And she has it every year in October. And I went last year for the first year, and I just do not want to miss it. It was so much fun, and just, wonderful people, many YouTubers that you would know of, and some that are new, some just coming out for the first time. It was just really fun. Let me just read. Ann Holland says they shut down the lumber mills during the pandemic, have used up what they had on hand. Now they're having problems getting help, and trucking is what our news channel said. Yeah, I heard that they were having a problem with trucking, and I didn't know they had shut them down during the pandemic, but I know the prices have gone through the roof and most people are having a problem. So I'm wondering if in the interim, the housing prices for new homes that have yet to be built, I wonder if those are going to go through the roof, reflecting the prices on lumber. Kenneth Fordman, aka Kenneth Oak, says, Glow Camping Therapy doesn't live very far from me in East Tennessee. Oh, how cool. Maybe you could do a meetup sometime. That would be great. Anne is saying hi to Camping Therapy. Camping Therapy says, oh, I thought she was out west. Well, sounds like people are trying to communicate and maybe do get together. Gracie Seeking Adventures. Hello, Gracie Seeking Adventures says almost 8 a.m. Sunday morning in Japan. Yes, it's 14 hours ahead. So I'll remember that. I'll remember the 14 hours ahead. Sharon W says, thanks, guys. Hey, Sharon, just hit me up on Gmail. And who was that who gave the name? If you want the book from Dr. Tanya, do hit me up on Glorious Life on Wheels at Gmail. I'll see if I can't figure out how to go up and read the comments later and see who it was. But yes, Dr. Tanya will be happy. She offered to send a copy of her book, which I think is great. You can see what wisdom she has. And Jean says, Camping Therapy says, where is it held? It's held in Texas every year. Last year it was held near Dallas at a state park. This year it's being held in Abilene at the state park, Abilene State Park. So my understanding is there's fishing there. She also rented a building, so if it rains, that there can be some indoor activities. So Jean Cameron says, we had a wonderful camping trip off our motorcycle last week. Wow. How far did you go, Jean? How far did you travel on your motorcycle? We have a trailer and carried all the equipment we needed. You pulled now, okay, let me get this straight. Did you pull a trailer with your motorcycle, or were you in a rig with your motorcycle on it pulling a trailer? I'm wondering because I've seen people who have big side things on their motorcycles, but I've never seen anyone pulling a trailer with a motorcycle. That's kind of interesting. The trip was a huge success in St. Johnsville, New York, and Jamaica State Park, Vermont. Oh, wow. I have never been to Vermont, and that's someplace I would really like to go. So I'm hoping to make it to Vermont. Camping therapy thing. I thought Kenneth was saying that you lived in East Tennessee, Glorious and Knife on Wheels. No. He's saying that you're not far from him in East Tennessee is what he's saying. I know I'm on the West Coast, but I'll be traveling, but I travel all around. Nikki Page says, hi, Carol, Rad Hat. You always look so swag. Thank you, Nikki. I'm kind of liking this hat a little too, but I'm thinking that I might maybe switch out the flowers from time to time or do something more summerish. And Jean Cameron says, yes, pulling the trailer with a motorcycle. It was so cool. Wow, you pulled a trailer with a motorcycle. What kind of motorcycle do you have, and what kind of trailer were you pulling? And what were you keeping in your trailer? So did you have your camp stove and all that? And how many miles? I'm asking all these questions. You know I'm an interviewer. But how many miles did you travel? That sounds really pulling a trailer with a motorcycle. Wow. I would love if you would show a picture or something, because I bet everyone. Do you have a YouTube channel, Jean? Excuse me. Where we could see a picture of the motorcycle and the trailer. I think that would be very cool. But back to what I was saying, I just remember, I have a senior moment. I forgot to say that Renegade Films hit me up because they were interested in interviewing me for a documentary they're doing on full-time nomads, but I'm not full-time. So if there's someone who has a rig that is full-time, and they're from Great Britain, and they'll be filming for 3 days in June. So clearly they'll be coming here, and they will be paying a small fee. So if you're interested, hit me up on Gmail at gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com. Darn it, I should have, if I'd been thinking, I would have had them come on this live and announce it. But maybe I'll see if they can do it next week. But if you're interested in being part of a documentary, they would have to interview you, and vet you and, make sure. But I was interested, and I told them, but I also told them I'm only part-time because, I wanted to make sure I was honest and transparent. And although they were interested, they said, no, for this one, it's full-time. But if you're interested, if you're any full-time nomads out there who are interested in it, do send me a email, and I will forward on their email to you. But anyhow, so what are some things that you have planned? Any future video ideas that you're going to be doing? I know you've done a tour. That tour is going to hit. Clearly, is going to go over 200,000 views.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked with that because it has been featured like with you and the Bob Wells thing hasn't come out yet, but that was nice. Well, today or tomorrow, yesterday it was like raining like crazy here in Chicago. And so we've got a couple beautiful, cool days, but so I'll be filming another gadgets and gear video coming up. And I'm excited about that because I've got some new things they're actually new things. So not things that I can recommend or not yet, kind of in review stage. But
checking out.
Yeah. So, but they're kind of cool. So that will be coming out probably next week.
Fun.
Yeah.
That will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know you and Marie had some amazing gadgets, and I've got to figure out how to do Amazon affiliate because so many people asked about the items. And as I was filming them, I was thinking, I know people are going to want to know about these. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, you guys were very gracious to go on and answer questions about them because, I don't know how to do. How I had a problem trying to figure out how to drop the link. But hopefully, Aaron, your son is going to school me on some of that.
He will. He will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only other thing talking about Lollapalooza, there was a thing called Van Fest that was about a month ago now.
Oh, now, where was that?
That was in Utah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and
I hope to go to that next year.
It was pretty interesting.
Was it
Actually, it was more fun in the parking lot, to tell you the truth.
Oh my goodness!
People came with their vans and their rigs, and so I would go. I mean, they had food trucks and stuff, but I'd go back to my van to rest every Sunday because it was a whole day thing. And then people would just walk by and stop in, and then you'd go see their rigs, and then that you can camp there if you pay a fee. I didn't know that, or I probably would have just opted, because you meet people, and then if you're not staying overnight, you don't get to kind of hang out with all of them. And they had a after party of the party that kind of was going on in Van Fest.
Okay.
So
let me give comments real quick. Dean Whittle says, Camping Therapy says they make motorcycle tent campers. I didn't know that. Wow. Jan Whittle says, Jerry, monetarily, what, if anything, do you think you are owed as payback? I missed that earlier comment, so I don't know. You'll have to. Okay, Don Miller says, second time check, Carol. Okay, well, I was late, so I get a few more minutes here. Peaches H says, Box Van D was also asked to participate in the documentary. Oh, very cool, very cool. One of the Holy says, hey, Carol, I finally fixed my account. Grandchildren fixed her account. So that's the payback, is getting grandkids. So I guess Dee can attest to that they are a gift indeed. Now, Dr. Tanya, didn't you say you're from Chicago? That's her hometown. So Dr. Tanya, Dee is waving hello to you. Dr. Tanya fits the full-time category. That would be fascinating, as is she. You're right. Dr. Tanya would be a good one. She's saying hi, Dr. Tanya. Let me.
I see her little hand there. Hi.
Okay. Jerry, monetarily, what do you think? Oh, you are owed for providing care to your mom. I missed that, so I don't know about what that comment was. But Don says that's interesting. Guess it depends on what state you live in. Heck, he's talking about lumber for 4 2x2s and 6 fence boards. It cost us $160. Unfortunately, we didn't have a choice. Yeah, Ann's is saying that. Yeah, so a lot of people who are doing builds right now are being severely impacted by the cost of lumber and wood. Well, Jen Whittle says, Glow, do you ever go to Colorado, Kansas City, or Missouri? Well, Jan, I think I may be going up to Colorado sometime this summer. I think Jersey may be up there, and I may hit her up because I had someone who had said, a friend of mine who wanted to actually Schoolie Carol. Remember Carol who has the Schoolie? She wanted to maybe hit camp with Jersey. So I don't know, I might. But they have something called a Schoolie Palooza, but that's already happened. But I think I'd really like to go to the Schoolie Palooza next year. But you know what? We have been on for quite a while, me yakking. Thank you so much, Dee, for coming up. I really appreciate it. And anytime, you're welcome. And I'll hit you up to find out about Patreon or members or whatever, because I can't do any of that stuff. I'll have to get some guidance. But here's Dr. Tanya to say goodbye again too. So we will be heading out, and I will see you guys next week. Tuesday, we'll have the tour of Dr. Tanya, and I'm also going to be doing a few funny, crazy shorts. That's something I'm going to try and do this week, maybe. I'm going to hit Aaron up and see if he can tell me how to get the shorts on. So if I'm able to figure out how to get those shorts on, I will do a couple of crazy, funny little shorts this week. So Freddie Schaefer says, great show today. Thanks, Carol. Thank you, Freddie. And Don says, Jan, I don't think she hit those states yet, but she is coming. I don't know if I'm going to hit Kansas during Tornado Alley. Isn't there a time of year? Yeah. I don't think I'll be going to Kansas when they have tornadoes, but I would love to come to Kansas sometime, but not right now. But I will see you all guys later. Thank you. May your journey be filled with joy and blessings. And I will see you next week. Check out the video Tuesday, cooking video Thursday. I think I'm going to do another poor man's recipe on Thursday. So I'll see you. Jean Cameron says, I put a picture of my campsite on my channel. Okay. Now is Jean, is your YouTube channel Jean Camera? Just let me know that. Love and peace. Okay. So if I'd like to shout your channel out, Jean, where you're going to have the picture of the motorcycle and trailer, because I think a lot of people would love to see that. Okay. Don says, didn't we just talk about facing your fears? Got to go to Kansas. No, we didn't face it. We didn't talk about being crazy, Donald. I have a fear of jumping off a cliff, but I'm not going to do it. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye. Love you guys.
Bye,
Later.
Carol.
Take care. Bye-bye.